don't understand the question.
You know, that's a good point, sir. I'd like to give you a flag.
Excuse me, I'm talking to you.
My name is Chaz.
Excuse me, Chaz.
Oh,
Matt's name?
we know each other. He wants to give you a flag.
Can I give you a flag? An American flag?
I've got something right here you can read.
Yeah, I read it. Can I give you an American flag? In support of our country. Do you believe in this?
I'm embarrassed by my country.
You're embarrassed by your country?
I'm embarrassed by what we do.
So you don't want the flag?
I'm embarrassed by what this country does.
I'm offering you an American flag.
I've got my hands
You don't.
Okay, no, I don't want one. You know what? This reminds me of what the Germans used to do back in the 30s.
Here you go.
Give me the flag. Okay, if you don't take the flag, then you're a Jew. You're a bad guy. Put you in the concentration camp.
So are you comparing this government to Nazis? To the Nazi government?
I think this government has outdone the Nazis.
Oh, okay. How?
This government taught the Nazis how to do it. What laws you're talking about?
I'd love to hear the reason for wanting to impeach Bush.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm willing to listen. Or the United Nations sign. Could you? No. I'll listen. Why do you want to impeach Bush?
Because he's broken a few laws.
Okay. Like which ones?
You don't know?
I'd like to hear.
You don't know?
I'd like to hear them.
You don't know. I'm asking a question. You don't answer?
Well, I'm giving you the floor, and you can make your case. I'm willing to listen to why you want to impeach Bush. You said that he broke laws. That's a pretty hefty claim. I'd love to hear which laws he broke.
Okay. Every treaty that has been destroyed since the Bush administration has taken over was signed and ratified by the Congress of this country, which makes it the law of our land.
Okay, so
as well as international law.
We'll go one by one. Which treaty did he violate?
Which says you do not invade a country that is not a threat to you.
But that's not a treaty. You're paraphrasing something. I'd love to hear what are you paraphrasing? Which treaty?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for your time. Howdy. You care to, I'm curious, why do you want to impeach Bush?
You could name off a dozen reasons yourself if you wanted to.
I'd like to hear one.
How about war crimes?
War crimes, okay. What crimes has he committed?
You don't know of any?
I'd like to hear them. All right, so that many. You can rip them off the top, topple them off. You're having difficulty telling me one. Why is Bush a terrorist? Is that what you were saying?
Why is he a terrorist? Number one, there were 117 people murdered in the state of Texas while he was governor. He signed the death warrant for him. Another terrorist move he made was to impoverish the people that worked for Harkin Energy.
Instilling fear in somebody is an act of terrorism, like causing fear.
Fear?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to understand your definition.
Yeah, that's an act of terrorism. Okay. One of the best ways to do fear is aerial bombings.
So you would categorically call the September terrorist attacks evil, right?
No,
because they essentially killed people. So September 11th attacks were not a terrorist act, even though they instilled fear by your definition?
You're all over the board here, and I think you prepared this to try to get me to agree with you. Somehow.
Actually, no.
I don't know what you're after.
The reason why it seems like a surprise is because I'm bringing to light the conclusions of your premises. So it's surprising that I'm not twisting your words.
What to light?
Bringing to light that by your definition of terrorism, the September 11th attacks were terrorist acts. By your own definition.
They were terrorist acts, yes.
Yes, okay. So should we vehemently prevent them?
Let's step back a minute.
September 11th was a terrorist act against the United States. I think you agree with that.
That's right.
So so are you saying that the terrorist attacks on September 11th against the United States were the United States? Okay. Does that justify the terrorist action? Does that make it right?
Nothing is justified in what the United States military has done being
Yeah, about the definition of terrorism.
Why are you interested? He's trying to get us to agree that
September 11th was a terrorist attack against the United States.
We're all here in the wrong. We don't know anything about it.
Oh, but
we don't know
I have a question.
You don't know anything about it, and we don't. The committee hasn't had its reading yet. Congress hasn't had a look at the report yet.
So, but I have a question. Is September 11th the attacks against us? Are those terrorist acts?
You're full of shit.
Okay, is that a debate tactic? Ad hominem attacks? All right.
Ad hominem. What was it again?
Ad hominem
You're
attacks.
full of, what was it?
Full of shit. Not a good debating tactic, might I add.
No. And he's walking away.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't support an act of war for any reason?
No.
Okay, so if in the 80s Russia was to launch a nuclear missile and wipe out the West Coast, that would not be a reason to go to war.
I grew up with the fear of the bad Russians coming all my life, and it never happened.
Right, because we had a leader who did something.
Oh, really?
I seem to remember the wall coming down. I remember seeing Gorbachev capitulate and also appreciating and admiring Reagan with his own words.
My question. Initiating a war is not an option. Defending yourself is a whole different story.
Okay.
So if someone attempts to kill your president, isn't it an act of defense to declare war on them?
Did Saddam Hussein come over to the U.S. and shoot at George Bush or try to knife him?
Actually, his agents did. They attempted to kill George Bush while he was moving from one country to another.
But what you did was imply that had Saddam Hussein actually tried physically to kill Bush, that then you would be in favor of declaring war.
I didn't say that.
Then what was the purpose of you asking? Okay, what was the purpose of the question? Right, you're against this war, that's why you're out here today.
I'm against all of them. I've been out here against wars for a long time.
So World War II, our fighting in that war, were you against that? Or would that be considered just a defensive? No, but you can talk about history, right? Just because you weren't there doesn't mean...
What do you think?
I think that we were entirely justified in fighting in the Second World War. Otherwise, we'd probably be speaking German today.
I think so.
So you don't think that we should have been involved in World War II?
No.
I'm not going to say anything. I wasn't alive then. But wait a minute, wait.